What's up Rumblers, Set here with another video, and this one is all about preparing yourself for the upcoming June playtest. I'm going to ensure that you make the best go of your time out in the Rumbleverse playtest so that when you look back on it, you'll know that you got off to a great start and put yourself in the best position to get all you can out of this experience. So would you rather be the guy figuring out everything as the fists are flying? Or do you want to be the Rumbler who came to the party with a steel chair in hand? That's what I thought. So let's get into it. Before we start though, make sure you're following myself and Rumbleverse on Twitter so that you keep up to date with all the news, and subscribe here if you haven't already so you don't miss out on all the videos that'll take you to the next level. Kicking this off, a great way to enter into the game is to do so while knowing what everything on your screen is and what each part means. You have the green bar for health, which is what keeps you alive, the yellow bar for stamina, which you need to sprint, leap, and use to perform certain attacks. Above those is your super meter, which builds by dealing damage, taking damage, and collecting blue stars. Once full, you can hold for a second wind after defeat, or activate in order to attempt a high damage attack. The bottom right shows the build you have for the match by drinking one of the three powders, health, stamina, and damage, which buffs one of the three every time you drink the associated powder. You have 2 slots for whichever learned moves you pick up from books, and on the left is your inventory, space for weapons and consumables. On the top right is the minimap with the zone timer and remaining plays beneath. Get familiar with this and you won't be second guessing what everything is while someone else is trying to knock you over the head with a stop sign, allowing you to focus on the battle at hand. For the next bit of advice, this applies both to people who have played the game previously and those who have not. Learn or refresh yourself on the mechanics. You could always jump into the playtest with no knowledge of how the game flows or what your brawling attempts should look like. But when I played the game for the first time in February, I had watched tons of Rumbleverse videos to familiarize myself with the fighting, movement, and overall objective of the game before I even played. I watched players do good plays and bad plays alike, identifying to myself what I might have done in that situation or analyzing what caused a certain moment to turn out the way it did. When you watch matches and start to understand how combat works, the flow of play, what moves do what, and what instances you should use a grab over a strike, and vice versa for example, you'll have far more of an idea of what you should be doing compared to the next guy who hasn't put in the effort, and that could be the difference between coming number 1 in the lobby and falling short. Luckily for you, I have 6 full winning matches on my channel from my time in the 2-hour February test, so you've got some great material to check out and learn from, since it's proven to lead to victory several times. Remember, I answer most questions in the comments, so ask if you need help or clarification, or if you're tired of hearing me talk, feel free to check out some other creators and learn from their games instead. Continuing on from learning the mechanics, there's a great tips video on my channel that has advice for brawlers of all levels. Some are basic, some are advanced, but all can be useful to many varying people, from those looking to play for the first time to those who were hands-on with the test already. This video was created before I had a chance to play it for myself and was based purely on my research of the game and my analysis of various gameplay footage from all types of gamers that played way back in the December test. When I got a chance to play the February test, I used all of my own tips to see how effective they were, and they helped me to win 6 out of the 9 games I played, which is a pretty great return as far as Battle Royale games go, especially on my first time. So, the proof is in the pudding, and I'm positive that means checking this tips video out can only do good things for your efforts in Grapple City and strengthen your overall game. Moving on, we all know that customization is one of the most fun things when it comes to games like this. However, with playtests, you don't have forever to play, and before you know it, it's gone. In order to make sure you don't overspend time making your perfect Rumbler, try checking out the cosmetics of what might be available to you from the trailers, screenshots, Twitter posts, and videos. This way, you'll have an idea of what you want to look like before you get into the game. Then you can jump in, quickly throw a similar style together, and get right into the action, so you're able to spend the bulk of your time fighting and not fitting. When I played the 2-hour test, I knew the horse related look was something fun I wanted to try, so I slapped something together around it quickly and got more in-game action out of it as a result. Do this too so you don't get lost in the world of fashion and rack up those brawling minutes instead. When the game's out completely, then you'll have all the time in the world to nail that style you're looking for. But what good is all of this if you're sharing the experience alone? One of the best ways to prep for the upcoming test is to tell your friends about it. The playtest is going to be open for everyone on the game's available platforms, meaning there's no hidden codes or requirements to meet in order to play. You and all your friends are able to jump into the city and start brawling with no barriers. This test will be solos only, however, once you invite your friends, you increase the chances of running into them upon the streets of Grapple City, and you may see some familiar names pop up when you land an exciting KO. Add to that, if you invite your friends, you can exchange thoughts, ideas and experiences, and with more people you know trying the game and enjoying it, that means more friends for you to run in with duos when the game comes out for real. And what if you have no friends interested in it? Have no fear, the Satano community has numerous folks in our stream and Discord server who are super hyped for the game, so you can come and join us if you're looking for some brawling buddies. With all that said, you are now 100% more ready for Rumbleverse than nearly anyone out there who has not checked out this video. It's going to get you more awareness, more knockouts, and more satisfaction when you start landing those suplexes. Now go and increase that fight IQ with some Rumbleverse gameplay so you can shock the lobbies with your smooth moves. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave some feedback below in the comments. This is the spot for Rumbleverse. Be here to get all the good news and gameplay. I'm set, and now you're prepared to knock out some Rumblers come playtest day.